Welcome to Hitting the Greens. Tim Hart with Raleigh Freising. We're at the Foundation Golf Center. We're out here during demo days because we're here showing some new products out here, and I've got the Callaway Razor X. And I will tell you this, as big a head as that is, I'm not so sure I would miss the ball. I don't know if it's which way it's going to go, but I think I'll get a solid hit. They got a lot of new technology, don't they?
Yeah, big heads, and the Razor X Black is one of their new hot drivers. The Razor Fit is actually an adjustable driver, and also very technologically advanced, and Phil Mickelson obviously is famous for using the Callaway brand, as are many of the tour pros out there. So yeah, it's new technology, it's awesome stuff.
Well, you know, I think they're bringing a lot of science into this, and I know a lot of people, they're taking a look at, you know, the aerospace industry, because all of that, you know, engineering can come right into, and even the shaft, not just the head, too.
Right. Well, even though these heads are huge, these are so much lighter than the old clubs that used to be, because, like you said, the substances they're using are so lightweight, and a lot of them do come from the aerospace industry. So it's fun stuff to see, and every year it's something new and different.
Exactly. And if you've been out on the course and you're not quite sure of what new club you need, they can come out here to the Foundation or to the Golf Club of Coldwater and check out some clubs, can't they?
Right. We have fitting carts here for all the major manufacturers. We've got PGA professionals that can fit you, and that's what's the best way to move your game forward as far as equipment.
All right, we're talking with Raleigh Freisinger. We're at the Foundation Golf Center. We're out here during demo days, and our goal over the next couple of weeks is to show some of the new hot products that are available from some of the companies. So stay with us. You're watching Hitting the Greens.
Welcome back to Hitting the Greens. I'm Brian Earls with the Foundation Golf Center, here with Cameron Thomas with Nike Golf. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the Nike product for this season, go over some of the benefits and why it might help out your game a little bit. We'll start with some of the drivers. Two different driver lineups. Cameron, which one do you have there?
It's the VR2 Pro. It's a limited edition. It's 440 cc's. It's a little bit more of our players club. We also have the VRS to compare it. It's a little bit bigger, a little more forgiving. Just really comes down to what your preference is.
Go ahead and hold that one up. Let's show the bottom of that club. That's a pretty fancy compression channel here. Nike kind of started that idea. And the idea is when you make contact with a golf ball, this channel here is going to compress together and then let the ball spring off of that. So, and that's kind of the idea that you've seen with some of the other manufacturers as well, is anything that we can get the spring-like effect, because we want that golf ball to go as far as possible. And that's where the compression channel will help you out. This VRS model is really all about lightweight technology. We're talking about a shaft here, 51 grams. All right, extremely lightweight. Probably the whole mass of this club is about 300 grams altogether, right in that range. So you do have adjustability with this as well as the VRS. You can set it to closed and open and have that type of adjustability. So that's quite nice. Well, who are some of the popular players on tour that play that club right there?
You know, this is something that Tiger would play. You know, most of the tour players go with the smaller face or the smaller head. It's just a little bit more appealing of a look for them. You know, something that's a little bit easier for them to look at as well.
Excellent. So then we go into some of their iron brands here. Two biggest irons is I'll have you the VRS and I'll have the VRS Forged. You know, biggest difference between these two in your opinion?
You know, this is obviously our game improvement iron. It's the most forgiving. You're going to hit the ball a little bit higher. It's weighted really well. You know, this is just for your higher handicappers looking to get as much forgiveness and playability out of a club that still looks good for them.
Yeah, you know, he mentioned it looks good. He also mentioned the real key thing is it hits it higher, you know, and we really need that for most of us amateurs. You know, if you got the bunker in front of you, or, you know, you don't want to run it up to every green out there. You want to be able to land it on the green, and having a little bit more height from that club is going to help you do that. It also hit better out of the rough. When you're in the rough, you know, you need the ball to get up in the air a little bit more. This club's going to help you more than this club. This club's more designed for the better player. It's going to be shooting the ball a little bit lower than the other club, and it's a forged club, so it has a little better feel to it. Talking a little bit more softness, more like a wedge type of feel with the VRS Forged here. So great, nice little lineup there. Now let's talk a little bit about this women's set. We haven't touched on that yet. You see the fancy head covers there, and the biggest thing when we get into ladies clubs is lightweight. All right, most women appreciate that. They need something they can swing a little bit faster, a little more lightweight. This is a hybrid club at 27 degrees. It's a 5-iron replacement. The hybrids have really overtaken the industry lately. Everybody's talking about them. Well, should I get a hybrid club or not? And basically a hybrid, it replaces your long irons in your bag, like your 3-iron, your 4-iron, your 5-iron, even up to most people's 6-iron. They're going into these hybrid clubs. Now, being a women's club, it's extremely lightweight and a little bit shorter than the men's club. It does have beautiful shafts here with the white into the black and purple here, so that's a really nice look, and it does that throughout. So even if you're going into like an 8-iron for say, we still have lightweight graphite shafts, nice easy to hit head that produces that higher ball flight, and it will help you increase your swing speed for added distance, and that's what we all like.
Absolutely.
Thanks for spending time with me, Cameron, with Nike. For Hitting the Greens, I'm Brian Earls.
Time now for rules of the game here on Hitting the Greens. Our golf professional today is Nancy Chapman from the Foundation Golf Center. We're at the Golf Club of Coldwater, and we are on the green, Nancy.
You are on the green.
And we're going to talk about a rule that maybe a lot of people are not familiar with, because some people would just assume that if I touch the ball, well, I'll just use that as my stroke. So,
Right.
So what is our rule today we're going to talk about?
So the rule is ball at rest moved. And in this case, it's going to be accidentally during a practice stroke. So let's say you were, practicing to make this putt that is so easy. It's just a little slider. So you accidentally move your ball during the practice stroke. So you haven't technically made the stroke at the ball because you weren't addressing it. So that's why it's accidentally.
Okay.
So what happens in this case is we're going to need to bring the ball back.
Okay.
You have to replace the ball. And it's a 1-stroke penalty for moving your ball in play. Okay? So we have to replace the ball and give yourself a 1-stroke penalty. The big misconception that people have would be to think, oh, well, that must have been my shot.
Right. So
or
I was
my stroke
so
at
I
the
was
ball.
practicing, and I did this, and I'd say,
Right.
Okay, fellas, that's my shot. It's a terrible putt, but that's my shot.
Exactly, and that's not true at all. So what happens is if you do not replace the golf ball and you go ahead and putt from here, you have technically now played from a wrong place, which is a whole nother set of penalties. So make sure if you accidentally hit your ball not while taking the stroke, that you replace it.
Come back
and
over
you
here.
find, right, to the best of your ability, the closest spot to where you hit that from.
And then I'm ready to putt.
And then you're ready to go. There it is.
And
Great.
right in it goes. How about that? A ball at rest that moved. That's our rules of the game here on Hitting the Greens. Our golf pro again is Nancy Chapman from the Foundation Golf Center. We're at the Golf Club of Coldwater, and you're watching Hitting the Greens.
Welcome back to Hitting the Greens. I'm Brian Earls at the Foundation Golf Center, here with Matt Dykema with Adams Golf, one of our favorite companies.
Well, thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about your driver here as we get started. You have the Speedline Fast 12. As many of you know, Adams has gone through the lineup now, Fast 10, Fast 11. So in 2012, here we are sitting with the Speedline Fast 12 driver. What makes this driver special, Matt?
They keep on changing the aerodynamics of the driver to help you create some more club head speed, and it also, here the slots, make it aerodynamic for you, and they're also making the face a little bit thinner to get a little spring-like club head effect on the ball, so you can hit the ball out there nice and far and straight, hopefully.
Yeah, and we were talking about that before with some of the other groups. And the spring-like effect is so important. We all want to get down and hit the ball as far as we can. The USGA created a core-specific number that the companies cannot surpass, which kind of limits the amount of distance we can get from some of these drivers and limits the spring-like effect we can get from it. So these are all maxed out as far as size and that spring-like effect. And this chamber here on the back side really helps with the speed that you're able to get as far as the aerodynamics of the golf club. We've had a lot of positive feedback on that Adams Club there. Let's go ahead and show them the technology of the fairway woods, which is really where Adams is starting to separate themselves from the rest of the industry.
We are currently the only club manufacturer that had the dual slot. They got the slot in the bottom, and then they also had the slot along the top of the club face. This gives the ball will jump right off the club face, a true amount of spring lake effect, the most that you can possibly get. They will custom make them to give you a draw club face to close it for you if you need it. They come with a strong 3, a 3, a 5, and a 7. They can make whatever you need to have for you.
Excellent. So those of you who are looking for more speed, obviously you're going to be able to swing the lighter the weighted shaft, the more speed you're going to be able to get with the golf club, all right? So that's what we're always looking for, and that's what the companies are starting to do, like Adams, is make certain lightweight that you can swing faster, therefore getting more club head speed and more distance from it.
Hopefully, that's the plan at least.
Absolutely. Now your new iron out this year is called the CB3 along with the A12 OS, which is extremely popular. Well, let's start with the CB3 here. This is a forged iron made for your better player. Beautiful looking club. It's got a nice thick top line on top, so it is a little bit more forgiving than some of the other models.
Correct. It's got a little bit more of the traditional look, but at the same time, it's not the hard to hit forged iron. It's a little bit easier to hit than some of the other ones out there.
Yeah, real nice feel to this. It's gonna, really be to that mid to low handicapper and really hopefully satisfy some of their games. It's got a nice sole on the bottom where it's not too skinny of a sole. It's got some width to it that helps you with a little extra bounce just in case you don't hit the ball perfect every time. I know I don't.
Neither do I.
As we go into some of these clubs, we're looking at, this is a 6 iron. This is an A12 OS. This is the Adams Idea A12 OS. Again, slot technology on the top, on the top and the bottom. And these have really changed the way we play because, as I mentioned before, hybrids are so important now because they're so much easier to hit than what we've done in the past.
And these the A12 OS it's a progressive set, what we call it. They start in the hybrids in the 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then it gradually leads into a regular iron, so you can hit your ball like normally in a pitching wedge and 9 iron. When you have trouble getting the ball up in the air, you got the hybrids that help you hit it.
Adams also owns Yes Golf. They've created the C Groove putter from Yes Golf, and you can see the shape of that half moon shape upside down there. That really helps the ball roll faster.
And it's also to help you try to get a true top spin on the ball to get the ball rolling at a quicker pace to get it started, because most of the balls will kind of spin backwards when you first hit them.
Yeah. Now my favorite thing about this club when I opened up the box yesterday is the grip. That is an awesome golf grip. This is made by Win, and it's got a really nice, cool look to it, nice feel, and that's where the industry's trying to go. We're seeing a lot of brighter colors, whether you're looking at the Puma clothing or the Adidas clothing, a lot of bright colors nowadays. A lot of that by Ricky Fowler. You can see his look, and even all the other pros are showing a lot more color, and it's carrying over into the clubs where you can see the black and yellow, very vibrant colors, and that's what we like to see nowadays. Hey, I'd like to thank Matt Dykman with Adams Golf for spending some time with us today to explain some of the new 2012 equipment. And we look forward to seeing you out this summer to try out the new stuff from Adams Golf for Hitting the Greens. I'm Brian Earls.
Welcome back to Hitting the Greens. Again, Tim Hart with Raleigh Freisinger. Great information with Brian. And I will tell you, Raleigh, you've got all the major name brands out here that people can try at the foundation. And, of course, they can go and play a beautiful golf course at the Golf Club of Coldwater.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and like I say, it's in great shape right now, and we've had some great early weather. We played 27 days in March, which is unheard of, and so that gave us a good jump on getting the golf course in great shape. So yeah, please come out and enjoy the course right on beautiful Morrison Lake.
And still time, anybody can come out and play. But if you want a membership, we're in May right now. I mean, we can get memberships and everything too.
Yeah, we've got some membership specials going, and we'd love to have you. We've got some great member events coming up that you'd really enjoy. Fun for seniors, juniors, whatever age. We've got something for you, whether it's leagues or tournaments or what have you.
Now, we talked a little bit about the professionals out here. How would I get I want to be with Nancy Chapman, or I want to be with Gary Robinson, or so. Do we just call out to the foundation for schedule lessons?
Absolutely. You just give us a call here. The phone number will be listed right there at the end, and just give us a call. We'll have a professional 7 days a week on staff, so we try to fit it around your schedule and around the professional schedule, and we'll videotape your swing. We'll put you on the Vector to see what your swing speed is, to fit you with the right equipment. So we'll get you headed right down the middle of fairway, Tim.
I cannot wait. All right, well, it always is a process when I'm out there on the golf course, but we do have fun. Raleigh Freisinger with us, and we're at the Foundation Golf Center, and of course you can always go golf at the Golf Club of Coldwater, and don't forget they got some great food out there right now, Italian fare, which is awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, we just in fact had some pizzas from over there, and they are very tasty, and they're all their Italian dishes are great, but they have steak and seafood as well, so it's you need to stop out and try it if you haven't yet.
All right, that's at the Golf Club of Coldwater. Everybody is welcome. We're at the Foundation Golf Center and the Golf Club of Coldwater, and you're watching Hitting the Greens. Thanks for being with us.